Welcome everybody to the Brother Speak podcast. This is Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I know it's been a minute. Again, been busy at work and still trying to find this house. I put in an offer for the house that I was interested in, and we're trying to get into discussions on that and trying to figure out what the price point will be for me to get into this house and dealing with the loans and all kind of stuff. So it's a process, and I may get it, may not, but we'll see how it goes. Well, last night we were on Faith Factor's channel, and two of the topics that was brought up was like the elder abuse, and that stemmed from a live stream that Auntie did earlier about the grandmother. Well, the mother was getting a DNA test behind the son's back, and the son confronted her because he was like the last one to know about this. And a lot of people in there was discussing like the grandmother's role or parents' role in a child's life. Does it end when they're adult, or does it continue all the way to they pass away? And it was like a lot of people like, well, grandmothers need to be involved. They need to be involved all the time. And people like Faith, myself, are like, no. They're there for support, but that should be the main person to be falling back on, and they shouldn't be able to come over as they please and drop the children off and expecting them to help pay for Pampers and stuff like that. That's not their job. They raise a child. And I'm like, I could tell you, my mother was like, no, you can't bring your child over to my house anytime you feel like it. You need to call and ask. And if I'm not busy, then yeah, I'll watch your kid. But if I'm busy, I got stuff to do, hell's to the no. It's not happening. And some people, and like, yeah, if the children are not following what the parents want them to do, yeah, they have every right to cut them off. What's the problem? So they were like, oh, y'all just terrible parents. I'm like, what if he's raising a kid that's not his, what that do to you? And I had to explain to him that's a part of legacy. And some women in the chat will, oh, y'all talk like y'all royalty. It's like legacy does not involve money. Legacy is about what people remember you by. And what your children do does affect your legacy. I'm sorry. So that affects your reputation. So they doing some dumb shit out there. Guess what? That does fall back on you as a parent. Sorry. Now, I can give you an example. Like my mother, like when I come around and people talk to my mother about me, she was like, yeah, your son's a good son. He's a kind, sweet person. He's very respectful. And, that makes my mother look good because it's like, hey, you raised a good child. But if they come up there and saying, yeah, your child, he's a fuck nigga, he ain't doing shit, that does look bad on the parent. I'm sorry. That is your legacy. How people remember you. That is your legacy. It's more than just money. It's more than just property. It's how people remember you. That's part of your legacy. And how your children act is part of your legacy. And so if they're not following what you set them out to be, yeah, you have every right to cut them out of your life. I'm sorry. That's, as a parent, they do that. Other communities do the same thing. They'll cut the kid off in a heartbeat. Oh, you're not marrying the right person? Oh, bye. What? You're not following. You're not getting in the career I want you. Bye. You on your own. So it's like they just expect parents to just accept any old thing. I'm like, no, that's not the case. And it was weird to hear people say that and just be doing all kinds of stuff to especially when you're talking about the elderly. People just abuse grandmas and grandfathers who are kind people, and they want to take. And some people take advantage of that. And like, no, you ain't supposed to do that shit. You don't take advantage of your grandparents or parents like that. You're an adult. You got to handle up your own stuff. That's just how it go. Even when I was living with my mother, I was paying rent. I was helping pay stuff, and like that wasn't. I wasn't abusing her or anything like that. It was just crazy how people think they could just parents is just supposed to take. I mean, take bullshit while you just sitting up there living your life. Like that's bullshit. Yes, well, they part of their family. Yes, they part of the family, but once you grow up, you supposed to handle your own family. They supposed to be in case you fail. They should be the last option, not the first option. What's wrong with people? They do. They just want the parents to accept bullshit and all kinds of goofy stuff just because they my parents. They love me. Like no, parents ain't got to accept anything. Like if I had came back, like if I had came back with a white chick, my mom wasn't going to accept that. Nah, she wasn't. I'm gonna make it clear. I mean, I remember I brought a white chick as a friend. Hold on. Now I brought a white chick home as a friend. My mother gave me the look like the fuck. Why you got this white chick in my house? Not only that, she was pregnant, so she really gave me that look. Did you knock her up? I was like, no, mom, that ain't my kid. No, we ain't dating. That ain't my kid. She's a friend of mine. You know. So, but again, it's like that's their choice. If they choose to cut you off because you ain't following what they say, that's their right. That don't mean they don't love you, but listen, it's their legacy. Now, in that case of the mother with this guy, he was taking care of the kid that wasn't his. That's his choice. But she, as the grandmother, saying, I'm not taking care of this kid. I'm not doing nothing for you. Hey, that's on y'all on your own." And I said there was no problem with that. She ain't got to. If that's not her lineage. That's not part of her legacy. Nah, she ain't got to do nothing for her. But again, that means you might have to cut off the son. That's just how that goes. But it's like people want certain women to accept things. Now, the main topic that I wanted to talk about today, this was also we were talking about on Faith Factors channel. We were talking about Sherri Shepherd. So Sherri Shepherd did an interview. I think she was on the Breakfast Club, something. And they asked her, "Hey, would you have SexyRed on your show?" She was like, "No, I don't like her lyrics. I don't like what she's doing. No, I'm not gonna have her on my show." Now there were people who were defending, who would say, "Well, Sherri shouldn't say nothing. Look at her past." And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, who the fuck are you to tell anybody who should they accept and who should not accept on their show? Who the fuck are you? For one, Sherry's brand and SexyRed brand ain't gonna coincide. Y'all know how out there this Sexy Red is. She out there. Why would it be by having her on Sherri's show? That means you low key co-sign what she doing. You're giving attention to what this person, what she doing, and Sherri's like, no, I'm not doing that. And you know, you have some women. Well, what about your past? You had abortions. Now, where in any time did Sherri endorse abortions, brag about her abortions, put this on Jump Street that this is something that women should be doing? I'm trying to understand that. Meanwhile, you got Sexy Red got lipstick talking about gonorrhea, booty hole, pussy juice, all this kind of crazy shit. With a rap song that blows WAP out the water. Y'all thought WAP was bad. Listen to the Pound Town. Listen to the names of her lipsticks. And you tell me, do you want to be associated with this person? And that's the thing with some of these people. They're gonna tell you, hey, you gotta accept them. You shouldn't judge them. But I bet you if you ask them, hey, would you have Sexy Red over your house? They'd be like, fuck no. But they want you to accept it. I'm like, fuck you. Well, you got a pass. Yes, I got a pass. But guess what? All passes are not the same. It's just like if I robbed a bank, this dude killed off 10 people. Do you think those passes are the same? No. I'm not hanging around with the murderer. Let's just say, okay, I got a divorce from my wife that because we couldn't reconcile. This dude up here cheating on his wife multiple times and got the divorce. Do you think we have the same past? No. Are we in the same category? Fuck no. This is the weirdo shit. Like, well, you got a pass, I got a pass. You couldn't judge me. Fuck you. Of course I can judge you. I ain't doing the same shit. And I know what kind of shit. And Sherri probably like, look, I see where you're going. I don't want no part of that. I don't want my brand to be nowhere near you. I don't want it to. I don't agree with what she's doing. I don't like what she's doing. I think it's disgusting. So no, I'm not dealing with her. And Sherri has every right to do that. And you as a woman got a problem with Sherri doing that, you fucking got a problem. You wanna entertain degeneracy. Well, that's your prerogative. That don't mean nobody else gotta hang with you. And I know a lot of these women would not want her around. Would you want her talking to your daughter? Fuck no, you don't want to do that. Do you want your daughter to emulate Sexy Red? Of course you don't. But you're gonna tell another woman who has just as much right to say, no, I don't want to fuck with her. You gotta fuck with her. You can't judge it. Yes, the fuck we do. We judge every day. It's called discernment. It's called we decide if we want to fuck with somebody. That's called judging. You got to decide if I want to fuck with this person or not. That is your right as a person. What's wrong with people? It's just like, yeah, we don't want to judge. We don't want to judge nobody. We want to include everybody in. We want to include everybody. No, I ain't got to include this motherfucker. It's dumb. Like it's just like some people. We just want to include everybody. It's like, no, I ain't got to include her. No, I don't got to include him. If the dude's on fuck shit, no, I don't want nothing to do with him. Period. I ain't got to include him. That is my right. I ain't got to. They're like, that would be good for the show. No, it wouldn't. Not for her brand. The only places that Sexy Red could go is maybe Vlad, Adam 22, something like that. Some other goofy show. But nobody like you have to understand the audience that Sherri has, the view in that group. You got to understand the audience. Do you think her audience wanna even have Sexy Red in their facility? They ain't listen to her music. They're not. They don't want to go to her concert. They don't want her around. What the fuck wrong with people? Now, I would say if Sexy Red was doing all that and she had changed her life, 5 years, changed her life, all that, and Sexy Red still say, I don't want her on my show, I would still say that's her right. But then I would be looking at, well, wait a second, you got a bad past. I would give you leeway. This woman is still celebrating the stuff that she's doing, that degenerate stuff. So no, Sherri has every right to protect her brand and be like, no, I don't want her over here. I don't want to interview her. I don't fuck with her. That's not to say, hey, she a bad person or nothing like that. Hey, I think what she doing is disgusting. She's doing too much. I don't want to be around her. Now, if you got a problem with that as a woman, then I think there's something wrong with you, or as a guy, because I remember Dita Red was kind of like, oh no, Sherri shouldn't judge. Look what the stuff she did. But then when we actually went through the stuff that Sexy Red has been doing, then it's like, oh hell no. That's what I'm saying. Some of us got to really be careful what you want people to accept and who you really want to back without knowing the specifics of why she might have said that. I said that even before listening to all the other stuff that Sexy Red was doing. Before I said, no, that Sherri has a right. Just on the lyrics, just what she rapping and all kind of goofy shit. I'm like, no, she don't have to deal with her. That's her right. That's her right to say, hey, I don't fuck with her. She didn't down her. She didn't insult her. She said, hey, look, what's she doing over there? I don't want to fuck with it. And that is her right. And you got women on here want to be like, well, you got a pass. You should know. Just because you got a pass doesn't mean you got to fuck with people. That's retarded. Just like if I had a pass, that still don't mean I got to deal with people who might have the same background or anything. Especially if they still engaging in the shit. That's just like a dude who been clean for 20 years saying, no, I don't want to fuck with a dude who drinks. There's a reason for that. Listen, I know I'm susceptible to alcohol. So therefore, I can't hang with a person who drinks. Even if they're not getting drunk. I can't hang with them people. I know I'm going to slip back and I'm going to be worse off. What is the fucking problem? It's like people just want people to accept any old thing. But I bet you a lot of these people wouldn't accept it. The same people they talking about. Same like with Priscilla. There's people defending Priscilla, but don't know the full scope of what she is talking about. It's like, look. I know y'all want to get at these dudes. I know you want to go after the manosphere. But then, God damn it, make sure the person that you want to go after the manosphere, that you want to jump on the bandwagon, you better make sure that what she represents is representing you. It's aligned with your ideology. Because if she don't, and you up here chilling for this broad, and she do something stupid, guess what? It's going to look bad on you. That's like I would say with Kevin. Hey, you need to be careful who you supporting. Because if Kevin do something out of pocket, that's going to look bad on you. That's why I don't jump off the porch for anybody. I do not jump off the porch for any old person. I investigate people. I look into their background before I say yay or nay. because of the same reason. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they really represent. Yeah, you hear it online. Oh, they're going after the men. Oh, that's great. Then you find he's a fucking weirdo or she a fucking weirdo. AKA what happened to Peso Man. You find out the dude's a fucking weirdo. Now y'all look stupid for supporting this goof. That's why I said, nah, bro, I don't jump off the porch for any old body. I do not. I take my time. I don't care who it is. I don't care what you're doing. As far as, oh, I protect black women. Okay, let me hold up. Let me investigate you. Let me sit around. Let me hear you and conversate for you for a minute before I give my support, yay and nay. Same with the, hey, yeah, I'm for black men. I'm like, oh, hold on, let me investigate you for a minute and let me see if you really for black men. I do not jump off the porch for nobody, and nobody should. Like, but people want to jump off the porch most of the time, because they know they want to be accepted. Because some of the ideas that she might have, they have, and they want to be accepted. Sorry. If I ain't accepting her, I ain't accepting you. And there's one thing what Priscilla said I do agree with. People don't agree with the person; they agree with the ideology because that's what they feeling to some degree. So listen, y'all agree with what SexyRed doing? Go right ahead, but hey, don't hang over here. Nah, bro. I go to swing clubs. I ain't never heard women say that shit in a damn swinger club. It's fucking weirdo shit. If they gonna do stuff like that, they keep that on the low. You don't bring this out in the public. And I know there's a financial thing going on with it, and also they trying to destroy the image of black women with this chick, even with Lizzo with her ass out, and everybody like, oh, why are you hating? Why are you hating? No, you got a chick over there with her ass out in front of a bunch of kids. Why the fuck would I want to support that? I don't give a fuck she a black woman. I don't give a fuck she fat. I don't get if she was skinny, I would have said that was fucking retarded. There's a time and place for things. And people forgot. I don't know what's going on. People forget that. There's time and place for things. There's a time and a place. Like, if you want to go with a dress with your ass out, no problem. But there are time and places. A fucking NBA game ain't the place for that shit. I don't give a fuck she's skinny or fat. Oh, y'all hating on her because she's fat. No, we ain't hating on her because it's dumb. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking retarded. Same with the SexyRed doing. It's fucking retarded. But goddamn, she a black woman. We gotta support her. No, I ain't gotta support shit. Fuck that. Fuck that chick. And fuck anybody want me to support her. And fuck anybody wants Sherri to be like, hey, have her on the show. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Because a lot of times, y'all wouldn't want her over your house either. But you want somebody else to deal with her. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Some of you people are just fucking weird. They want people to accept any old thing. He's a black woman. Look at what she suffered in this country. Down me, I gotta accept every goddamn thing she do. Got me fucked up. Well, you gotta accept the fact that she abused her children because you went through. No, I ain't gotta accept shit. Especially if you talking about hurting children. Fuck no, I ain't accepting that shit. You got me fucked up. Fucking retarded. Somebody try to tell me, oh well, there's an excuse for her beating her children. No, there ain't no goddamn excuse. There's just some things they're inexcusable. And when we recognize that, the better off we're gonna be. If not, hell, prepare for a lot of more separation, because some people just need to be separated from other people. They just want to accept any old goddamn thing, either for clout, either for fame, or they with the degeneracy, and they want you to accept degeneracy. No, I ain't gotta accept shit. I ain't gotta accept it. I ain't gotta be around it. Look, that's why I'm buying the house I at, away from people. I only got one neighbor, older lady, that I'm gonna be moving to. That's the only person gonna be around. I ain't gotta deal with shit. It's crazy. People want you to deal with any old thing. Fuck that. Oh, you have a past, so you have to accept. I ain't gotta accept shit. Oh, you a hypocrite. Well, guess what? I'll be a fucking hypocrite. You just stay over there with that dumb broad. Oh, you got a past too. You gotta accept his past. Fuck you. If he a fuck nigga now, you can go over there and accept it. But don't come crying to me when he fucks you over. Don't cry to me when she embarrass you. No. Stay over there. Stay on that bandwagon. I don't bandwagon for anybody. I support them when it's necessary, but then when they doing some fuck shit that I don't agree with, I'm out of there. Sorry. There's some of us just want to have this kumbaya moment for everybody. Kumbaya, some men want to have a kumbaya with every man, regardless if it makes you look like an idiot, or kumbaya with every woman, even though she's on some bullshit, makes you look like a fucking bunch of goofballs. I'm like, I don't get that part. I get it. Hey, black woman empowerment, great. But you got to have some standards. We want a brotherhood of men. Great, okay. But you got to have some standards. If you ain't got no standards, anybody can get in and they're going to fuck your group up. I mean, we had someone talking about, you just, this whole culture thing is bullshit. I'm like, ma'am, you got to have some standards. If you don't have no standards in your group, whatever group you're going to have, it's going to fall apart. But no, they want to be free spirits and all that. No, well, stay on your own. Stay on your goddamn own then. Don't be coming to the group asking for help when you don't want to follow the group's thing. If you don't want to do that, go by yourself. It's cool. Like I said before, man, there needs to be a separation. Some people be doing too much. They want you to accept any old thing. Oh, don't judge. Don't judge. Yes, everybody has judgment. Now, what you don't do, one, don't be hypocritical. If you're doing the same shit, still doing the same shit that this person doing and you doing on the low, yeah, you might be a little hypocritical. But if you have done it in your past or something that's not even similar, but you have a dirty past, yes, I would think the person with the dirty past would be like, hey, I don't want to fuck with this person. I know where she going. This ain't a good look. One, not for me, not for any women. And no, she should not be on my show. Now, if y'all want to do it, go ahead. That's you. But no, she's not gonna be on my show. I'm not putting my brand with her. And of course, somebody will say, well, what about Kim Kardashian? That was years ago. You don't see Kim Kardashian promoting that porno. She don't promote it no more. That was years and years ago. She don't promote that shit. No, if she was doing it right now and had the sex tape right now, and Sherri would have it on the show, yeah, I would say, yeah, Sherri, you a fucking hypocrite. Now it's still her choice, but she gonna look like a hypocrite. But you talking about now, what SexyRed doing now, as opposed to what Kim Kardashian is doing right now, which she's not doing nothing like that. You know, it's like people want, like I said, people just want people to accept any old thing, and then they no again they want you to accept any old thing, but they know in their heart they would not have SexyRed over there or Suki Hana. I'm like, just come on, man. Let's be honest here. Be honest with yourself. You don't want this woman around. You don't want this woman around your children. I'm like, come on. And she clearly don't want to change. So why I'm gonna have a person on that don't want to change? She's representing this fucking crazy shit. I want her on my channel? No. I want to be associated with her? No. So it's like weird. But that's how people are, man. They'll have you accept any old thing, and then you be, I don't know. It's just like this. People are weird like that. Just they want you to accept any old thing. No, that's why this world all fucked up now, because we want to accept any old thing. Like, no, you have to have standards. Even if you have a past, if you change your past, yeah, you should have a standard, and nobody should jump you off your standard. It's like, I do agree with Priscilla on one thing. They want women to accept any old thing. It ain't just men; it's women too. To accept any old thing. What the fuck's wrong with these women? What's wrong with people? But I get it, because dysfunction pays. You accept a dysfunctional male? You accept men being dysfunctional? Guess what? You got a prison system for them. See, this society know how to deal with dysfunctional men. Jail, hell. Send them to jail or send them to hell. That's this dysfunctional system. Send them to jail or send them to hell. Block it. Now, if it's some people that they like, they might send them for treatment. But if they don't, send them to jail or send them to hell. That's the J treatment. And it makes money. Women accepting dysfunctional men, because listen, men will buy clothes, nice car, and all that stuff, because a lot of times they're trying to impress a woman. We know that it makes money. Women are also the biggest consumers, because they're gonna dress up, look good, hair. Now it feeds a lot of society for women to accept dysfunctional men, and to accept dysfunction, period. So and when they crying, they go on these TV shows, they get online, cry. So a lot of these relationship gurus, aka Steve Harvey, who's a fuck nigga himself, can make money off of these chicks. Or Tyler Perry, who can make more movies off of these dysfunctional women. It feeds an ecosystem of a whole bunch of people. The court system, in particular, let's talk about the court system. You have a dysfunctional male. You have a woman accepted dysfunctional. Now they got to go to court, because either you got to go to divorce court or child support court. Guess who's getting paid? The lawyers, the judges. They making money off of this. You have broken families, so now all you have is workers. They ain't building no businesses. They ain't building nothing. So it makes sense for people to accept dysfunction, like a Sexy Red, like a Charleston White, like a Jay Prince. Like I mean, it just makes money. Yeah, I could put Priscilla in there too. Accept that kind of dysfunction. It's like people just accept dysfunction, and it makes everybody else rich. But you try to have a standard. Oh no, you're the enemy. You're the hater. You're the man. Fuck you. I'll be a hater. I'll be a hater all fucking day, all day, all night, every day. Just keep the fuck away from me. You go over there and deal with them. And I love Superman to death, but no, we got to deal with them. No, you don't. No, I don't. I ain't got to deal with none of them. Well, you're gonna have to deal with them eventually. No, I don't. Nope. Because guess who is gonna deal with them? This society. Remember, jail, hell. The women, same thing. Jail, hell. I mean, and if they can make money off you, abuse you, drug you up, send you out here, make you look like a goddamn fool, and then when they done with you, then it's jail or hell. Ask a lot of porn stars how that went for them. So it's like, so again, like Sherri has her choice of who she wanted to associate her brand with. There ain't nobody can sit up here tell her any differently. That's her choice. If you don't like it, you don't got to watch Sherri Shepherd. If you're a SexyRed fan and you want to hang with her, I mean, go over there. But that don't mean nobody else got to. And you ain't going to sit up here and say, well, you got to pass. I ain't got to accept. Nah, I ain't got to accept shit. Nobody has to accept her. If you want to accept it, that's your business. But don't put that on everybody else. It's fucking weird. Fucking weirdos. Man, these people on here online just be some fucking weirdos. They want to be dysfunctional and they want other people to accept it. No, we ain't gotta accept your dysfunction. Fuck out of here. Go mind your own goddamn business. Crying ass people always want people to accept them as failures. I'm like, hell, you want to be a failure? Be a failure. Go over there. Go be a failure somewhere else. Nobody got time. Now, when you want to act right, hey, then come back. But you want to stay in your failed state, go right ahead. Stay over there. You ain't got time. You got gas going up, interest rate going up, food prices going up. Nobody got time to deal with your fucking dysfunction. Nobody got time to deal with the fact that you got daddy issues, mommy issues, like Larry Elder all day. There's no black fathers in the home. Dude, nobody cares about the daddies. My gas bill is going up. What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about these food prices going up? I bought 5 bags of groceries. It cost me $150. What you gonna do about that? Nobody got time to hear about some kid ain't got no daddy. Some chick fuck some dude who didn't want to be a daddy, or she didn't want him to be a daddy, or all kinds of goofy shit. Nobody got time to hear that about that shit. What you gonna do about these? What are you gonna do to keep money in my pocket? What are you gonna do about that? That's what people own right now. These relationship shit, yeah, it sounds great, but there are people who's like, listen, I don't give a fuck, man. When my gas price is going down, when my food price is going down, when I'm gonna get more out of my check. What are you gonna do about that? You ain't gonna do nothing about that. Oh, I ain't trying to hear you. But anyway, I ranted on long enough. I just don't like people telling people to accept bullshit because you got a past. Fuck you. There's a reason. My past is the reason why I don't want to accept bullshit because I accepted long enough. And if you got a fucking problem with that, don't fuck with me. That's what Sherri should have said. Like some of these women talking about, but you got a past. Bitch, that's the reason why I don't want to accept SexyRed because I do have a past. And I know how fucked up it was. And I ain't dealing with fucked up people. So you don't like that? Fuck you. That's what Sherri should have said to these dumb broads. And some of these dumb dudes, because I bet you there's some dumb dudes right there too. And just sad. But that's how people are. That's how people are. But anyway. In closing, don't let anybody tell you got to accept something because of your past. If it is your past and you're not engaging in that shit no more, you have every right to say, I'm not associated with someone because you have a past. Hell, you have the right to say that even if you don't have a past. Now, what you don't do is dog them out or insult them or nothing like that. But if you just don't want to hang with them, you don't have to hang with them. That is your decision. And don't let anybody guilt you into doing that because you have a past. No, my past makes me that much smarter, that much wiser to know who the fuck I'm going to deal with and who the fuck I won't. And if you got a problem with that, fuck you. That means I don't have to deal with you either. I got no problem with that. Like I said, I cut family members off. If I cut family members off, you think I won't cut friends and co-workers off? No problems. But people don't want to be cut off because if they don't get nowhere. Now they got to deal with their own damn selves, which is a problem for some people. They don't want to deal with their damn selves. They don't want to look in that damn mirror. Hey, Conscious, what's up, man? Hey, congratulations getting that 1,000 subscribers, man. You're moving up in the world, man. Man, but yeah, again, people, don't let anybody tell you because of your past you got to accept anything. Your past is your past. And if you, as a person, decide not to hang with somebody, you don't owe them no explanation. You just don't. And nobody should judge you for that. Nobody should shame you for that. And if they do, you know where they stand. They shouldn't be around you. They're worthless. So, with that, I'm about to bounce up out of here. I just wanted to keep it try to keep it under an hour for once. Thank you, Conscious, for coming on. Again, subscribe to Conscious Mo channel. He just hit 1,000 subscribers. You want to talk about anything from relationships to politics, go on his channel. You want to learn how to do with food, he'll help you out with that too, man. So with that said, black men, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. I'm out. Please.